Hey everyone, you're watching Ash on Comics. I'm Ash, and this is this week's comics. It's New Comics Book Day, Wednesday, September 26th. This is my In and Out Weekly Comics pull list. Special birthday variant edition. Yeah, happy birthday to me. So today we got, surprise. Oh, gorgeous. Yep. So good. This edition, completely not sponsored by In-N-Out Burger, but that'd be awesome. Today was kind of a big week. And surprisingly, the bill wasn't very high. It's under $30 for a lot of comics. I think I got like 9. Here's my receipt. Shows that I buy comics. Yeah, $28. Alright, what do we got this week? Flash comes out all too often. I miss those old full art covers, but I guess I can't keep doing that forever. I gotta rotate the artists around, but hopefully they'll keep the same alt art covers consistent for each story arc. That'd be really cool, but you never know. This I get from my friend's daughter. For those who haven't watched before, didn't know, I don't actually read them myself. I do need to get around to doing it. I did buy the trade paperback for the first story arc. Catch up on Flash. I hear it's very good. She enjoys it very much, so I encourage her hobby. Oh, man. Yeah. Go ahead. Put comments down. Go ahead and roast me. I bought Action Comics 1003. It's actually not bad. If you've been seeing my reviews, Brian Michael Bendis is doing a competent job here, and this one, I have some complaints. I do feel like he wants to write a Batman story, and ta-da, Batman's now in the story. But whatever, comics are comics. As long as Superman doesn't get cucked again like he did in Man of Steel, and then Batman saves the day, his own book. Just like, come on, buddy. So this book is actually decent. It's not great, but it's decent, and that's what's kind of kept me from canceling the whole thing. I find it weird to cancel Superman and not Action Comics, the same writer. So I'm kind of holding on, but like just with my fingers. I don't know how long that's going to go. This is not on my pull list, so I can drop anytime. But it's been making for good review material, and it hasn't been painful. So we'll see. Next, we have, hey, this cover looks familiar, right? No? Same shot they did during Brian Hill's run of Detective Comics. This is Detective Comics 989, and this is Robinson's run. This is a short run, as I understand, like Brian Hill's. It's just a filler run, and but don't let that dissuade you. If you saw my review, then you know that this is good. This alternate cover just feels like we need something. Go back in our stock art archives and pull something. Excuse my sniffling. I'm still sick. But why not put this back to back, maybe, with the other art that was similar to this? Instead of just like, it just feels really weirdly. It's obviously got nothing to do with the book. It's just like, hey, this is cool. Well, yeah, great. Maybe you've got like 3 or 4 pieces of art, I don't know how many, that are all of this vein. Then just do them consecutively, so people maybe will collect the covers instead of just being like, oh, 6 months later, here's another one. Just random. But last issue was good. I'm looking forward to this one. Detective Comics is where it's at. All right, so here we have Justice League Dark. So dark. I think I mentioned this before. I really feel that DC has missed the opportunity to do the same kind of gimmick they're doing with Justice League on the variant covers. They got Greg Capullo doing the art here, so it's like, why not have him? Greg's a superstar. Maybe not as the legend that Jim Lee is, but he's in the same ballpark. Have full art cover of Swamp Thing. Full art cover of Zatanna, like the same way that Jim Lee's doing it, but with Greg Capullo. I just think that would have been great. It would have been synced to the 2 books. It would have been I don't get it. But whatever. These are nice. And Justice League Odyssey. I did not ask for this. It was on my pull list. I was actually going to pick it up. Anyways, I was at the store and they did not have any variants. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And as I got there at shop, well, I got there a little after shop opening, but pretty much within the first hour. And I did not see any variants. And I was like, wow, that's weird. They didn't do any variants of this. Because this is a big enough book to where I don't expect the B variants to sell out immediately within the first hour. Some of the smaller titles that maybe aren't going to get as big of an order. But, so I just assumed, hey, I guess there's no variants. So I was like, oh, I'll just pick it up. The normal cover actually, I think, looks better than this cover. And then this was in my pull list. So I was like, oh, I guess there was a variant, and you guys pulled it for me, and even though I didn't ask for it. So, cool, I swapped it out. I don't know why. I think I kept the variant because the other two Justice Leagues are variants, and I don't plan on getting this so much as I'm going to try it. Like, I'm not a Justice League person, and now I'm getting 3 Justice League books. It's so bizarre to me. I do kind of like what they're doing in breaking up the Justice League. I hated when Marvel did this with X-Men. Absolutely hate it. There should just be one X-Men team, period. Just so stupid to have all these different teams. Whatever. But with Justice League, it kind of makes sense. Because DC's got all these hodgepodge heroes all over doing run around. And it makes sense to have a team that's like focusing on different types of events. Plus, it breaks up the typical Justice League dynamic, which I just don't like. Mostly him. And he's the leader of this book. I don't know why he's the leader of Odyssey. It doesn't make... But whatever. So I just said, you know what? I got to at least give the first issue a chance. Because who knows? This could be the best book of them all. I have no idea. So I'll just try it. It's $3.99. And then I did something I kind of told myself I was never going to do for my channel. Never. And I did. I broke down. And, well, I didn't say never. I was never going to do it while I was not making any money. I would be happy to buy bad books to roast them or so forth if, I was like some of these other channels that break in, some money to pay for the books. But I do not have a big disposable income, so I buy all my books for me, and then I review what I get. So I was like, I'm not going to just go and spend money and waste money on books so that I know are going to be bad. So everyone has been roasting this book. There's some YouTubers that get their books on Tuesday because they either know people or they work in comic book shops. And, Heroes, and everyone's been saying, this is just terrible. So I was like, wow. All right, well, I'm going to get the first issue, and part of it is to see for myself. Sometimes I hear such awful things, and I'm like, you know what? Let me get it from the horse's mouth instead of just taking what everyone's saying. So I expect this to be bad based on everything I've heard, but I've seen people say things are bad before, which actually weren't. And because this is Tom King, there's a lot of bias, because there's people who hate Tom King. Anyways, so I got this book. I'm going to read it, and I for sure will be reviewing it, and I will be honest with it. I don't want it to suck. I did not buy it intentionally to roast it. I bought it expecting that it's going to be bad, but I do want it to be good, and if it is good, I will praise it so. Doomsday Clock. I am not reading these. You're like, what? They come out too far, and I'm not familiar enough with the DC universe, but this is a mega event crossing, Watchmen into the normal DC continuity. Obviously have to get it. This is one of those things I'm going to binge. So it's on number 7 of 12. It's going to get time here. I'm trying to catch up and get more informed of the DC universe so that this is a better read for me. But I'm sure everything I've heard about this is great. And let's see here. Oh, yeah. One of my special orders came in the comic book store. Found issue 4 of the 12 for me. So, awesome them. I still have a few more issues that we're looking for. But Move the Needle, Alternate Comics, $1.50, great publisher. Check a couple of these out. You know what? It's not gonna. A lot of you guys are buying stuff. If your bill's like mine, this is like $28. If I would have skipped this book, it still would have been $26.50. Like what? It's like, try, help the industry, help small publishers. What do you got to lose? Look through, try to find something that's your cup of tea, and try it out. I will be doing a review on this also once I can get through. I'm trying to get the issues. I did a review on Blood Realm so far. I have one pending on, I can't remember the name of the book. Iridium, I think, is what it is, or something like that. But anyways, yeah, you'll see. Blood Realm was a pleasant surprise for me. Very entertaining. Anyways, that is this week's in and out pull list. Kept it around 10 minutes, so quick. Hope you like this. Hope they found some interest. If you have any questions about any of these books or suggestions for me, suggestions on the channel, anything, comment. I read every comment that comes through. Sometimes I might not get to it for a couple of days because it's not like I get tons of comments. But I love to get them. I really do. I like knowing that people took their time to check out the channel, and I don't take your time lightly, and I really appreciate it. I'd love to talk about comics, so if you got a channel as well or anything else, you got Twitter, I will follow you. I will check out your channel, plug it down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.